everybody.
Hoop, there it is.
Welcome to the Hoop There It Is podcast. We 100% didn't restart this episode.
No,
Nope.
we did not.
Not even a little bit.
No.
Let's recap what we did last time. I have cool Baylor hat. I am not allowed to throw it at the camera.
Are we being sponsored by Alabama Sweet Tea now?
I'm being sponsored by Ball.
This all feels so familiar.
What?
What?
Familiar. It means something that's similar.
He's gonna be a teacher.
Ooh.
Wow.
Professor Daddy Anthony.
Did you just call
Doctor.
me Daddy on a podcast?
Professor Daddy.
Professor Daddy Dr. Anthony.
Because you're about to have a kid.
Daddy Doctor sounds.
Oh, are we supposed to not announce that to our viewers yet?
No, that's
He's having a kid.
Also,
So is
Could be
he.
a no.
Oh.
Professor Daddy sounds like the person that wanted to name the Miami Heat arena the Bang Bro Center.
That's
No.
yeah. That sounds like it's about to be a porn. It's a porn waiting to
Professor
happen.
Daddy is Daddy Yankee's like knockoff.
Oh, nice.
I should make sure I'm recording, Joe.
Yeah, you should this time, so we don't have to not restart for
Our
a
host
third
is an
time.
ass.
Yeah, he got us just water. That's all this is.
Yeah, we just
Water.
drink
It's
water
weird
on
that we're
this
drinking
podcast.
water without ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer it that way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it diluting my
A little bit
water.
of the bubbly.
There's nothing quite like the fresh spring water from the Brazos River, if you ask me.
Yeah, I love the brain-eating amoebas.
I love getting
You said
radioactive
brand-eating
superpowers.
amoebas, which is way funnier than brain-eating amoebas.
Brand-eating amoebas. So millennials.
Yeah, yes, nice. Or
Hey.
Which we all are,
yeah.
so great.
yeah, I love
One
that.
of us.
I hate
One
that
of
that
us.
joke came out of my mouth. I'm not proud of it.
Copy.
You hate that joke came out of my mouth?
Sure.
That's what she said. Anyway, let's move on to one thing. Before you guys
I
get
have
all
so
the
many
way
jokes to make.
Before we get into this podcast, guys, take a moment, give us a 5-star slam dunk rating and review,
On Yelp.
preferably on your podcast playing device.
No, Yelp.
Also, look in the description
It'd be
of this.
so funny if you did it on Yelp.
Look in the description of this episode, and you'll actually see the video link. Go there, subscribe on YouTube. It'd be great if we had that. We are doing a video pod now,
Do it.
and it had a nice little singing intro
Do it.
over a little
Subscribe, please.
Mild harmonization.
Listen, here's the thing. You don't have to listen at all.
Mm.
You don't have to listen to our
Just look.
podcast. Just subscribe.
Yeah,
But honestly, for my own ego, please listen.
yeah.
And
Look-
tell me I'm smart and pretty. Now that you can see me.
So anyway, let's get into the fast break topic of the week, and we
I'm sorry.
touch
It's
on
all
this
the
just a
water.
little bit. TJ was looking up some stats. It actually works well that we had to restart here because we're always prepared here at the Hoop There It Is podcast.
Statman!
What are stats?
It's like the Scatman, but I'm Statman.
Pass.
Statman.
Pass.
So, Anthony Davis said today he was asked about Chicago, whether he'd be a Bull or not. Again, that comes up a lot here lately.
Yeah, almost a couple times in the past 15 minutes.
Bulls
Correct.
on parade.
Hey, they're reforming.
If you're gonna do it right. That's not right.
That's right.
Come with it now.
There we go. There it is.
So, Anthony...
Is that what she said? That's what she said.
That's more like come with me now. Anyway, the Hoop There
Nope.
It Is podcast would like to now change
Speaking of
gears.
come with me now, dick pills.
Yeah, other podcasts. But anyway, let's...
What other podcast? Are you cheating on us, Anthony?
Yes.
Oh, God. I have to process.
Just to let all the viewers and listeners know out there, our entire idea behind this episode of the podcast is to derail Anthony as much as possible.
And it won't be
to
hard.
be quite honest, fucking success.
Why do none of y'all fill me in on this?
Oh. But you just do it naturally.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's
Also,
what she
there's a
said.
dog behind me. I'm not touching myself.
He's touching himself. He doesn't have pants on.
Anthony Davis said that when asked, would he go to the Chicago Bulls, he said...
El
"Well,
Chicago.
El Chicago Bulls!
Los Bulls.
Los Bulls Hue. He said,
What?
I am Los Bulls Hue.
I don't speak Spanish.
You're a fucker.
I'm sorry. I took Latin,
No,
German.
That's literally what I called you.
Oh, tight.
Yeah. Anyway, he said, I am a free agent next year.
Okay.
Let's switch up how we actually talked about it before we had to start over.
Okay.
TJ, you looked up some stats. Do you think...
So I really think it's just... Sorry, go ahead, TJ. You said you. Sorry, reverting.
We're off to a great start.
What?
Anthony Davis is going to be a
God.
Bull next year.
No. Here's why.
Okay.
Man. Okay. So there's
Good
there's a part of me that I think that Anthony Davis doesn't care at this point where he goes. I think he's just going to follow the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Based on what he did with the Pelicans. But there's another part of me that thinks that the Lakers are not going to win the championship this year, and that he will stay to try and win a championship. I think he has the best chance at winning a championship on the Lakers.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The Bulls are not bad. I do want to say that. The Bulls are not bad. They're a couple of pieces away from being a huge contender in the East. That's it.
To be fair, most teams except for the New
To
York
be
Knicks are.
fair. To be fair.
To
What?
be fair.
Yeah, so most teams in the East are a couple pieces away, except for the New York Knicks. Because
And,
God knows they'll never be contenders again.
Well, and
Also,
inversely, the 76ers are not a couple pieces away. They're pretty much there. They just have to win.
I also I think this is a great time to talk about the shitty Nets so far. Speaking of,
Well, hold on. Let's finish the AD thing.
Yeah,
I got
finish
some things
the
I want to
AD
say.
and then we'll get to a round in a little bit.
So what? The minor counterpoint I think to that about the following the money thing is that Anthony Davis was involved in a honest to God shit organization with the Pelicans. Management wasn't doing great.
It's weird to say that right now because they look like they figured it out. But
they look better, but like looking at last year, the management didn't look great, the ownership didn't look great, and that's where the Bulls are at too. So like,
the Bulls have been known to be a shit organization.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. So like,
Okay,
I don't think he left because of the money. I mean, money is obviously a factor.
Sure.
But you left a bad organization that you weren't happy with to go to the Lakers, where you basically have a playground. I don't think you would.
At the end of the day, it's just a power move.
Yeah, I don't think he would leave to go back to the Bulls, even if the money was, or to go to the Bulls if the money was there, because he left mainly I think because of management at the last place.
Right.
And also, like, all he said was, "Well, I am a free agent next year," and then they jumped to the next question. Like, I think it's a press answer. Like he's not saying yes, he's not saying no, he's just dodging.
But most people, when they dodge, say, well, right now I'm a Laker.
Yeah.
Let's finish the season. Then he'll say things like, well, I am a free agent next year.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
But you get press time by saying that.
Yep.
He plays for LA. He gets press time every day.
But now he's in highlights more.
Now you
Now
get
we're
more
actually talking
press
about him.
time.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was easy to...
To be fair.
I say that a lot more than I realized. Thanks for singing that into my forefront of
You're
my
welcome.
mind. Yes.
Elvis, we have pretty voices.
It is beautiful.
Thank you.
We should rebrand this to Song There It Is.
No.
Hoop Here's a Song.
Nope.
Nope.
Try again. One more try.
One more.
Hoop Song It Is.
No.
Damn.
That was even worse.
Wow. Song Melody It Is.
Nope.
So anyway, Anthony Davis...
Kids Bop.
It
Sing
was,
along.
It was really
No.
easy to forget... My kids are listening to Kids Bop.
Copy.
Okay.
I'll figure out a good way to use that.
So anyway, Anthony Davis, it was really easy to forget that he was existing because either A, he was injured, or 2, the Pelicans suck.
Yeah.
So it's easy to forget. I'm of the mind that I think he will leave. I think he
Really?
will.
You actually do?
I do. I think...
Are you not just saying that to be different?
To be contrarian?
we
Yes.
need ratings. Let him
shit. Yeah,
disagree.
okay, my bad.
It's hometown, right? You're playing for LA. You got a bunch of money. Is there a chance? Is there a real chance that he'll stay where he's at? Absolutely. Should he stay in LA? You would think he should stay in LA.
I mean, if you
they
want
don't
rings, yeah, stay.
right?
like,
If you want a chance,
You
at a
will.
ring,
You will
period,
get one. It's gonna happen.
You might get one.
They'll get.
Yeah,
one.
they will get one.
If they keep that team and they keep building that team
Yeah,
right.
in
They'll
enough time, they'll probably be doing
LeBron's
the
on
same
that team.
fucking
They
thing
will
that the
get one.
Warriors did.
The other thing that he can do too is by saying so I have 2 thoughts on it. One, I think there is a very real chance he leaves and plays in Chicago where he can get all of the money without them worrying about what they have to pay everybody else because there's no stars on that team really.
Zach LaVine?
There's no stars on that team really.
I'm gonna go with Anthony on this one.
There's one dunker. There's one guy that can dunk.
Hey,
Is it Levine or Levine?
I don't know.
I think it's Levine, dude.
I think it's Levine.
I don't think it's Levine.
I'm gonna go Levine.
So there
Is this the GIF
How's
and
it-
GIF
how's
thing?
it- how's it
Is this
spelled?
the new age GIF and GIF thing?
How's it spelled?
Lavine.
That sounds like Levine to me.
I'm proud of us for going off the rails, but in like the realm of the topic we were talking about, that's an improvement for this podcast for sure. But the other thing
Killing
is
it.
he could be He could be using this. Why did I take that as a vocal cue to pause? He could be using this to negotiate more money with the Lakers whenever his contract's up to.
I'd assume it's some kind of subconscious thing that when directors snap the thing to get the audio together, that you paused.
Thanks. You put a lot more thought into what I actually do.
It took like 5 seconds.
Joe.
Yes?
You think he's staying? Lakers?
Yeah. I don't see him leaving. The Lakers have more money than the Bulls. They can pay him. They will pay him.
True.
And your opportunity for success is way
They gave up too much. They gave up too much for him, too.
Let's put it this way. If AD stays with the Lakers, let's say 5 years, you think he's going to win a ring?
I don't think he'll stay that long, but yeah, 5 years. If him and LeBron actually play, LeBron plays till he's 39, yeah, for sure.
Hypothetically, he stays for 5 years, ring, right?
I mean, even probably in the next 3. You would think.
I'm giving it enough time.
Yeah. That's
He goes to the Bulls next year. 5 years, ring.
No, God, no.
7
never.
years, ring.
No chance.
10 years, ring.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. He's not. He won't get a ring with the Bulls unless they fucking by some godsend pull. I don't know, somebody to make that team better. There's no reason for him to go to the Bulls.
There's a lot of young talent on the Bulls
unless
right now.
Unless AD usurps LeBron's throne when LeBron retires and becomes the new LeBron, then he could go to the Bulls and do what LeBron did with the Cavaliers and do what LeBron did with the Lakers. But that's not happening right now.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I mean, it's an interesting topic, right? It's going to be a saga all year long. Will he stay or will he go? Right now, whether they're 5-1, they're on a 5-game win streak, and their schedule is incredibly easy. I mean, you would think he wants to stay there and finish the job.
Can I just say that that saga is just annoying to me? Also,
will he stay or will he go? I
Yeah.
hate that shit.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Like, it doesn't matter. What matters right now is the original question going into the season was, can AD and LeBron play well together? Are the Lakers going to be good with AD and LeBron? So now that they're showing that they play well together, it's now will he stay or will he go? It's a stupid question. Let's actually
We're also
focus.
5 games into the season?
Yeah,
Right.
5 or 6, depending on who it is.
Literally 2. We're starting week 3 yesterday.
Yep.
But that's what it is now. I mean, it's because ESPN drives
Sure.
the shit, and ESPN's all about getting
Garbage.
clicks and garbage, getting clicks, getting responses. That's why Brian Windhorst. Did you know? By the way, while we're on that topic of them playing well together, did you hear what Brian Windhorst said?
No.
This guy said Anthony Davis and LeBron. You can tell they're still learning how to play together.
How?
I don't know. They combined for 73 points the other day. But we're saying that
The other day against the Mavs.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that game.
Which, by the way,
okay. Sure. Sure. We might have gotten fucked by the refs again. Shut up.
Sure,
we might have gotten fucked by the refs again. You can take your opinion on what you will with the new rules.
We'll
We've talked about it
a little bit later in the show.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. We know how we feel about it. The Mavs looked damn good.
Yes.
We were leading that game for a good
They
portion
have all
of
year.
Yeah. Let's save the rest of this discussion until we get to around the league. But yeah, if you had a point with the Lakers,
I don't know a better way to transition to around the league.
Ooh.
Take it. Go.
So okay. And again, early. That was our 5th game. We're going on to our 6th tomorrow.
Around the league.
Around the league.
All right. And it's really early to call this.
Thank you, Anthony.
I was going to say the T. That's a Parks and Rec reference.
It's actually really good noise. Good sound effect.
Thank you.
It's great.
We're a musical.
What? Anyways.
High School Musical.
Oof.
We're all in this
Together.
I don't know the next lyrics. Otherwise,
there it is. We talk basketball.
Oh? Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah. Continue with your math.
What about the Mavs?
And again, I guess biased, whatever, we're Mavs fans. We're the most impressive looking team in the league.
Oh.
We're pretty Look at how good we were last year.
Sixers. Undefeated. They're 5-0. They look
No,
great in every game.
But what I'm saying is if not impressive in the sense of like you might be the best in the league,
Most improved.
but impressive in the sense of like look at us last year and look at us now.
Oh yeah.
It is astonishing
not
for us to be
necessarily
this
impressive,
point.
but most improved.
Sure, but that to me makes it the most impressive.
Sure, that's
to
fair.
come that far.
That's fair.
Because I thought we'd start off like, I mean, we are 3-2. I thought we would start off like 2-3, 1-4,
Right.
something like that. I thought it would take us some time to get Porzingis and Luka to click, but fuck, we are. It was immediate, and you're seeing, and even in the games that we lost, you're seeing
we had a chance to
this
win.
massive improvement, and we lost by a fucking hair. Like we
lost by Dwight Howard holding Seth Curry the other night.
Yeah.
Which, I hate that. I wish that we actually didn't know that they messed up the calls. That's the one thing I hate the most about it. It's great you put responsibility on the refs to own up to their mistakes. That's awesome. But I hate knowing all three of us knew Seth got held.
Yeah.
He couldn't cover Danny Green.
Yeah.
Who knows if Danny Green would have made that shot covered or not? I mean, the likelihood.
I think he would have.
But you never know.
Pretty high.
You never know.
But yeah, you never know.
But it still should have been a foul, and that shot should have been waved off completely.
Agreed.
That's the thing that happened.
Agreed.
But knowing that happened makes the loss so much harder because the refs are like, "Oh, sorry, Mavs, you're never going to get that win back," and then you lost because Dwight also accidentally concussed Luka.
Yep.
But
he did not concuss him.
Was he not concussed?
He did not concuss him.
Dude sure looked concussed in overtime.
No, he did not concuss him. If he was concussed, he would not have been able to come back. So the stipulation and the rules is that once a player takes a shot to the head, he immediately is viewed by the doctors on the sidelines, and he's supposed to go to the very back and be viewed by the doctors back there. They determined through the first test that he was not concussed. It was just a laceration on the back of his head. He did have to get stitches, but he was not concussed through the head.
Damn.
I
didn't even know that part.
He was gushing blood, man. He was bleeding hard. You could tell. You knew he was gonna have to get stitches.
I'm not exactly sure how many stitches he got, but I think it was 45, just to clean the wound up and everything.
Makes sense.
The issue is that like he didn't look concussed in overtime at all. He just looked gassed. I mean, the dude
you're
had a
balling out the
triple-double
entire
in the third quarter.
But also, let's not glance over the fact that LeBron said, "You're a bad motherfucker."
Yeah.
After the game, that's So for one, and we talked about this beforehand, and I'm minorly stealing a point, but Luka was 4 years old when LeBron got into the league.
Yeah.
And so this is the first generation we're seeing of people that grew up, and I mean truly grew up watching him. He's a part of that generation almost that has not known a finals without LeBron.
True.
It's almost. I mean, this is a generation that actually.
I think he actually missed that by 4 years.
Yeah.
Not 4 years.
Yeah.
No, it's 9-year-olds or 10-year-olds don't know us finals without LeBron or something like that.
Yeah. Other than last year's, but yes.
Anyway, but he grew up knowing LeBron is the most dominant player. He said that he's idolized LeBron.
Right.
And for LeBron to come up to him and go, "You're a bad motherfucker," that's some shit. Luka might be the fucking truth for the next several years.
Here's the scary thing too is Luka played so well. LeBron had to go back to Miami Heat. LeBron 2012, 2013, dunking that ball hard.
Yeah.
Luka might have fucked the West because he woke LeBron up.
Yeah.
That game was when I was watching the game, I've been a big LeBron guy for a long time, and I was like, yo, this is LeBron James.
Yeah.
Holy shit, this guy's great right
you
now.
actually saw LeBron play like fucking LeBron.
He woke the beast up. Luka, by playing just the way he plays, he woke the beast up in LeBron.
A 20-year-old kid who is averaging a triple-double, who is already broken the under 21 triple-double record, and will continue to shatter that until February.
Yep.
It's mind-blowing how good he is.
But also, because we're around the league, I don't want to just stay on the Mavs. Sure. Let's talk about the fucking Miami Heat. Joe Bear. Let's talk about the Miami Heat.
Jimmy goddamn Buckets.
I knew it.
Mom, if you're listening, stop.
I was hoping you would.
Also, why?
Man,
they're 5-1.
No, they're 5-1. They're and I didn't think they would be this good, but I had a slight call on this one earlier.
Sure.
That they didn't have Jimmy for the first 3 games.
3 games.
3 games.
3 games.
And they were still fucking impressive.
Yeah.
And now they have Jimmy Butler back, and they are just more impressive.
Yep.
It is kind of scary how good the Miami Heat look, but at the same time, I am conflicted as a Mavs fan to kind of be cheering for the Miami Heat, but I am.
It doesn't matter until we play them.
I want to
Just
pose a
historically
question real
hate the
quick.
Heat.
I want to pose a question real quick. So now that we're seeing the Heat, and obviously it's early,
Right.
but now that we're seeing the Heat, and like pretty much everyone's projections for the Heat were not the highest this year.
They were like
mid-tier,
fighting for
maybe mid-tier playoff
I had them
team
right
or
under
something
the
like that.
Celtics.
You know, sure.
I have them fighting for a playoff spot.
But I did too. Let me ask you this. Is Eric Spoelstra getting enough credit as being one of the best coaches in the damn league?
No.
It's starting.
He's not.
The conversation's starting, but it's only starting with pundits. It's not starting with us, like, as fans.
Yeah. He's an incredible coach. He's a really, really good coach.
There's like 4 coaches that have been in the league for more than 10 years. He's one of them. It's him, Pop.
And also, anyone that can work for Pat Riley, congrats, dude. Because Pat Riley is not hard to work with, but he doesn't make the best decisions every now and then.
And there's a level of success that Pat Riley expects, right?
Exactly.
Like, there's a thing
the expectations are there.
There's a thing that they talk about, and you have to respect the Miami Heat for, they only have the 2 rings.
Sure.
3 rings, 3 rings.
Sure.
But...
That's more rings than most coaches in the league have.
Correct. Yep. Correct. And the other thing is, the Miami Heat, other than last year, they will almost always be fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
And a lot of that for the last 12 years is Spoelstra, right? Yeah, he had the big 3. He still had to coach those 3 guys.
Yeah.
Like you don't.
Yeah, because if you also remember when the big 3 first came together, they weren't good.
No.
Also, let's point this out: Spoelstra was one of the only coaches LeBron's ever had that he didn't get fired halfway through his first year.
Yep.
Which means you got to respect that fucking man because LeBron respected him. LeBron, the coach fire or coach hater, whatever you want to call him, with that. Spoelstra was there the whole time.
Yeah.
And do you think? And this could be a dumb question, but it's a little bit of a personal.
It's kind of our podcast, so go ahead.
Do you think LeBron had the power to do that at that point?
Yes. He always
when he was with the Heat. Yes.
When he came to the Heat.
Yes.
He didn't have as much power in that position as he usually does because Dwayne Wade was the guy.
That was Dwayne Wade's team.
Yeah, and then Chris Bosh and LeBron came to his team.
You stop that right now. It's Pat Riley's team, and it always will be. That's the difference with the Heat. It is Pat Riley's team. Doesn't matter who plays for him.
It's very true.
You could be the superstar that tells him who to fire, but if Pat Riley doesn't want to fire him, it's like Jerry Jones and the Cowboys.
Well, that's the big question that I had about it.
That's a very good point. Very good point.
No, actually, that's a fucking solid point. Good job. High five.
Yeah.
I feel like I just gave you a gold star.
I can't wait till Cameron listens back to this and he goes, "Do you think you say something positive about the Cowboys?" It's really neutral.
I think my opinion on LeBron at that point though is that like LeBron had been to the finals, but he had never won a ring, and that was the big question. It was like, if you remember at the time, everybody was like, "Is LeBron going to win a ring? Is he actually as good?" Because at that point, he wasn't being compared to Jordan; he's being compared to Kobe.
Yeah.
It wasn't until he started winning rings that he started getting compared to Jordan.
He was more being compared to Oscar at that point, really, than anybody. Oscar and Magic.
Meyer Wiener?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Wow, we sound like we really know basketball.
What a wiener.
But no, you're right. He wasn't being called like the greatest ever at that point. No.
He was getting called the greatest of that generation, greatest in the league. But it wasn't until he won, I think, like his first ring that they were like, "Oh, greatest of all time." Yeah, which ridiculous. But
yeah, it's a silly topic.
That's 2010. So.
Also, one other thing while we're doing around the league that I wanted to cover: the Phoenix Suns.
Dude, what the fuck is going on there?
Who
plays for that team?
Devin Booker, the guy that got suspended. What's his name? DeAndre Ayton. They actually have a lot of young pieces that they don't have name recognition.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But when you watch them play, it's not surprising how good they are.
No,
really.
And like it's guys that you could assume were going to be good, but would never be superstars. But they're fucking gelling like a great team.
Yeah, remember this is also.
And I don't know if that's gonna last.
No,
honestly.
it probably not.
They're in a tough conference.
Realistically,
you're
probably
in a
not.
hard conference.
Realistically, probably not. But right now, the fact that they are gelling so great, and also. Let's not take away from Devin Booker whatsoever. He was balling out since he's been in the league.
No, and I'm not trying to take away from any of those players.
I think it's
I'm just
impressive.
Saying,
I think we should definitely highlight the Phoenix Suns and give them credit where credit is due because they're playing great basketball right now.
They really are.
Well, and I guess my point is like, would you call Devin Booker a superstar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
For sure.
Yes.
He's been a superstar since he dropped that 70 his rookie year, whatever it was.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He's always been a superstar scorer. It's just that he's never been on a team.
But he flies under the radar. He's never on a team that gets recognition. Yeah, he plays for fucking Phoenix. Who's the last big player that played for Phoenix? Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire?
Yeah. Joe Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they had a great big three then.
Yeah.
But, he's always played for the Suns. The Suns have been a joke for the past several years.
Yeah.
And they've been the worst team in the league for, the last 4 or 5 years.
For a while.
Yeah. And so why would he get recognitions of being a superstar? And that's why I would say he's not a superstar.
So they have Devin Booker.
But I think he has the capability of being one. And with the Suns being this good, then he definitely could be. Which means he will... Honestly, if the Suns keep playing this well and he keeps balling out, he's going to get fucking traded or signed somewhere else.
I don't know about that. They don't have any players who are really playing. They've got Devin Booker, Kelly Oubre, Kelly Oubre is not a superstar, but don't knock that dude as a role player. He's a great defender.
Sure.
He's consistent enough scorer.
Showed that over in Boston.
Right. Aaron Baines, who is a very good center. You also got Frank Kaminsky, Kaminsky's not a
Kaminsky's over there now?
Yeah, he's not a Razzmatazz hop skiddly do or whatever it was they call
Good
it.
God.
He's not that kind of player, but Kaminsky's not bad.
Is there any other player that's that way though?
What?
Razzmatazz, hot skiddly do.
Yeah, several. Harden, he just shoots a lot of bricks.
I don't know if Harden has the Razzmatazz, hot skiddly do.
Let's jump into the Rockets.
They fucking blow.
They are 3-3, which is not terrible this early on, but they have Westbrook and Harden. Westbrook is playing well.
46-16 in a first quarter against the Heat.
Yeah.
46 points in one quarter.
Yeah, the Warriors give that up too, but the Warriors are done. There's a big difference between the Rockets.
Dude,
giving it up.
I'm almost, and this might be stealing, but like a done chain. Those guys are fucking done.
Okay, so here's the thing. I love Russell.
Because the only player for the Warriors left is D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, that's the easiest take in the world right now is they're done. I mean, they're done.
They're so fucking injured.
They got 3 months with Steph gone.
They're not done. It's still too early. Are things looking bleak? Yes. The Warriors are not done. I still think they're going to make the playoffs. Right now, I still will.
Let's get back to that.
I will bet on that
Let's get back to that in a second. Let's get to Let's stay on the Rockets for a moment.
Can't do that on video.
I want to touch that very, very quickly with the Rockets. Westbrook is playing well.
Yes.
Westbrook should be the centerpiece of that offense.
And Harden is standing at half court hitting himself in the face with a basketball.
James Harden, and TJ's heard me say this for a few years now, James Harden is the most frustrating basketball player to watch because he can be so good. When he drives to the hoop, he is damn near unstoppable. He just sits at the three-point line and shoots up bricks, and he does all this stupid shit to try to shoot threes. What, he missed 14 threes? He's got the most games, 7+ games with 14 or more missed threes. Why the fuck are you shooting 18 threes as one dude? It's insane to me.
I think the biggest issue with James Harden, and I'm trying to take my hatred and bias away from the Rockets.
Sure.
Because I cannot stand the Rockets.
Yeah, fuck the Rockets.
But I think if you look at him, if you look at it from a basketball player, like as James Harden, the player himself,
right,
one of the best in the league for the past 5-6 years.
One of the most dangerous scoring threats that's existed in this league.
But when you have a scorer, they're going to try and shoot out of their slumps.
Score, shoot. Yeah.
Wesley Matthews.
What about him?
I think he's more of a frustrating player.
Wesley Matthews?
Yes.
Wesley Matthews is not even close to being a superstar.
Wesley Matthews doesn't have...
Did you say superstar or player?
No, I'm talking about play. Now, you got to put the expectations with the player there, though. Harden's expectations is that he will be in a top 3 contention for MVP every year.
Right.
And that when the game is in the clutch, you expect him to perform.
Guess it's a little
But he does not do that.
Rajon Rondo.
Rajon Rondo's frustrating to watch for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah. Yes. But to go back to James Harden, the player himself, incredible. Talent is ridiculous. I think the biggest frustration from Rockets fans and from just like NBA fans in general watching him play is when he flops too much.
Ugh.
Anytime he does drive, he's constantly trying to flop and just be over dramatic with like just drive to the hoop. I mean that's it. Okay, here's a great comparison, right? Look at the way that James Harden drives to the hoop, and look at the way that Russ drives to the hoop. Very, very different styles,
right
there.
Conviction
right?
in Russ's
That's right.
drives.
But now, will Russ flop every now and then? Sure. Because all players do flop every now and then to try and get a call.
Right.
But the issue with Harden is that... God bless you!
He's allergic to these takes.
The issue with Harden is that Harden is driving to try and pick up a foul, not actually make a basket.
Yeah, it looks like Harden is going in with the idea that he's already going to get hit, and Russell Westbrook is going in with the idea of, I'm going to hit you.
I'm going to hit you. Exactly. That's exactly right. So my issue with Harden right now, and what my issue has been with Harden, is that if he's not getting those calls, which in the playoffs, you don't get those calls.
No, you get them in the regular season all day.
Sure,
all
sure.
day.
But in the playoffs, you don't get those calls because the refs are kind of a little bit more lenient. You have him as a strictly just pure shooter.
Yeah.
His handles are ridiculous. He can cross over damn near anybody in the league.
He crossed what's his face the other day. It was real bad. It
yeah,
was on the Friday game.
I'm not exactly sure with who. What does what's his face play for?
It's whoever they played Friday. Let me look back.
Who is his face are y'all talking about?
Anyways, my biggest issue with Harden is that his handles are ridiculous. His defense is fucking atrocious, and he's not tried to help that. He's not tried to increase. He's not tried to work on that at all.
No, because he's had this fucking clout of being who he is.
So it was Kyrie he crossed.
Okay.
That actually is not as much of a... It's not impressive, actually.
No, but he's been such a superstar and so toted. Sure, his defense is fucking shit, but why in his position would he be like, I need to work on my defense?
Because he's a 2. Because you play defense at that position.
Yeah.
The 2 has...
No. I get that. I understand that that's what you should do. But in his dumbass brain, he thinks, I'm a superstar. I don't need to play defense. We play this way. Yeah. I've got other guys to play defense.
Yeah.
If his brain works that way, then he doesn't understand that the greatest basketball players of all time have been great on both sides.
Ugly ass teeth.
Honestly, he should read the Book of Basketball by Bill Simmons, because that is like literally what Harden the player is right now is exactly what Bill Simmons says is not the way you should play team basketball. It's not the way that you win a championship.
Right.
It's not.
That's why he hasn't.
Yeah.
That's why they couldn't get past the teams that matter.
Don't do that.
Oh
man.
What do I say? Oh man.
Well, she looked up at me and then she put her paw on my lap and I was like, oh man, you can't do that.
Yeah, you lost already. So I don't know if you guys knew this.
This is Alana, the puppy.
Did you know that there's something called the Harden triple-double?
No.
I've been waiting to share this information with y'all until I was in person.
How long have you been waiting?
Since Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not long. So there's a Harden triple-double, which is... This is going to explain so much about the way the league works. You have to 10 free throws, 10 threes attempted, and 10 assists.
Right. Okay.
How much does that explain about the league? That is something people... Very weird statisticians...
Say it one more time.
It's double digits in assists, threes taken, and...
Threes attempted and
free throws. It's called the Harden triple-double. Because he's got, I don't remember what the number... It's an asinine number.
He'll attempt at least 10 threes.
Uh-huh.
He'll at least get 10 field goal free throw attempts.
And he is a good passer.
And he is a great passer.
Yeah. You know who else is another person that we all love that actually fits that fairly often? Luka.
Does that count as a real triple-double?
It's not a real triple-double.
No, it's
called the Harden triple-double.
I just wanted to check.
No one's tracking that as why? Okay, Freddie Mercury, what the fuck is happening over here? Joe, for those of you not watching live, Joe is sitting back, playing with his hair and acting like a rock star diva over here, and pulling the mic to himself as he talks.
I'm confused.
I'm so glad we have video, so people can see what an ass you are.
The people love me. Probably. Wow. I don't know. They've only talked about you in the ratings, but... Rating. Sorry,
Let's before we move on from around the league, we have to touch the elephant in the room, if you will.
There's no team called the Elephants.
Let's talk about the Golden State Warriors. We touched on that a little bit, and I said let's wait.
They suck then.
Steph Curry is out. Yes. The big four last year.
Yes.
The most we expect this to be the most dominant team of all time. They were 2 years ago. Fine. Kevin Durant injured, plays for another team. Draymond Green has a boo-boo on his finger, not playing right now.
Not a boo-boo.
He's got broken index finger or whatever the shit's
No, it is a torn muscle.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually hurt. I just want to say boo-boo. Steph Curry
broke his... You're a hater.
Steph Curry broke his hand, and what's crazy is Olivia actually saw Aaron Baines land on his hand and goes, oh, that's broken. And I said, she doesn't even know.
Yeah.
And she knew it was broken.
Yeah.
She was right, and she felt real bad.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, no, I broke his hand.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
No. She won't listen to this podcast. She didn't know. And Klay Thompson, of course, tore his ACL in the finals last year. Yes. Klay Thompson's the one I'm most sad about because I love watching Klay play. But it is actually really, really a bummer that not one of those four guys is playing. Like, it is really a bad thing for the NBA that none of those four guys
Honestly,
are playing.
I think this is a good time for me to run to the restroom because you two have a better opinion on the Warriors than I do because I'm just going to sit and try and defend them. What I will say before I run out real quick is that I don't think the Warriors are done by any means because you have one of the greatest coaches in the league with Steve Kerr.
I'm not...
the bench is not half as bad. Have they gotten rid of a lot of pieces? Yes.
Oh, I think they're bad. Their bench is a lot of the reason why they're bad.
Give it some time. And then Steve Kerr will be there and get their bench right. I still think they're a playoff team. It's still the injuries have happened now.
Right.
Which, if you're thinking from a Warrior standpoint, you want the injuries to happen now. Exactly. So go ahead and argue amongst yourselves. But what my opinion of it is that the Warriors are still a playoff team. They'll get the 8th seed. Mavs are getting the 7th seed now.
So
book it.
I think the Mavs will actually be a higher seed than we expect because I think that they are a better team than the Spurs and the Rockets. It is really early, and that's a super hot take, and that's a super biased take because I'm a Mavs fan, and I don't care. Joe, this is what I think.
Go ahead.
I think D'Angelo Russell's a great scorer, but I think that he being the guy that has to lead that team for 3 months. Steph Curry is out for almost half the season. No, more than half the season, right? 3 months is all the way through January. We're talking he's going to be out all of November, all of December, all of January. He will come back around the All-Star break. In the West, you cannot make a push after the All-Star break if you lose most of your games. And they were losing games before, even with Steph and Draymond. D'Angelo Russell's an awful defender. Yes. He is a worse defender than Steph. Steph at least tries. And he's not as dynamic of a scorer. Who picks up the slack whenever D'Angelo Russell's not scoring on that team?
So the only way that the Warriors have any chance right now is if their bench steps up and plays like a team.
Right.
If they actually show some grit and play the way that they're supposed to play and not ride off the backs of superstars, they can make something happen. That's how the Warriors got built.
Right.
Give Steve Kerr, give the GM their credit where it's due.
They
built a team of non-superstars into a team of superstars.
Sure.
Because when this all started, it was Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, and they were the Splash Brothers, and they got Draymond Green. And they started making traction, and they became who they are.
Right.
That was all coaching and GMing. I mean, Klay and Steph are fucking talents, and Draymond's
They've been
good.
superstars since early on, too, though.
Sure, but they weren't on a superstar team. They were on the Warriors.
Right.
Which the Warriors were a fucking joke in the league before.
Except for that one time that they did beat the Mavs as the 8th seed.
But you get what I'm saying.
But it was Baron Davis and nobody else on that team yet.
Yeah. So, I think if the coaching and the GMing goes the way it's gone the past couple of years, they can save this. And they can make a playoff run. But you're right. Steph's out for 3 months. That's a good majority of the season. Draymond's going to be out for probably like 7 weeks, 8 weeks.
I think that they're tanking.
They're projecting 3.
3 weeks? Okay,
yes,
that's not
yes.
too bad. But Draymond will be back, and that's a defensive help. That's Clay's not going to be back all season.
You think they're going to try and tank for real?
I do.
I don't think they're going to try and tank.
I think they should. I think they should tank. This is the most disappointing thing about Steph getting hurt. And I'm a card-carrying Steph hater. We know this. This is the thing. However, it is disappointing for basketball fans to not actually... We're not going to get the opportunity to see how Steph would have carried this team without Clay.
I know.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
I agree with you.
That sucks.
This
Steph
whole
hater, Steph
situation,
lover, either way, it sucks.
This whole situation is
bad
just
for
bad
basketball.
for basketball.
Yep.
Bad for basketball. Bad for basketball.
It's 2 high fives for TJ and 1 for Anthony. Catch up.
What if I like mustard?
Mustard?
Are they no? Or?
Mm-hmm.
They're not mutually exclusive.
Get that app pulled up while we finish this take real quick so we can talk about the team. We're going to have a long podcast this week, which is great.
Hey, that's fine by me.
You guys know that the first 10 episodes we were struggling to figure out what to talk about.
A long podcast? I have to text my dad and tell him to pick me up.
You looked exactly like Sam just then. The way you said a long podcast, I saw Sam.
one, fine. Two, I don't know. Fuck it.
Fine.
Keep going. Fine. Fine. Two is also fine.
The other thing we're not going to really get to know either is what kind of coach is Steve Kerr. What kind of coach is he? Like, we think that he's a good coach, but he was part of this disastrous USA basketball team in the offseason. But so was Greg Popovich, whatever.
Okay, that disastrous basketball team was not the coach's fault.
Go ahead. What you got? Oh, you got the team we're talking about?
I got the team.
Anyway,
Sorry,
you don't think the Warriors are done? You think they're still going to squeeze in the 8th seed? I don't think they can because I think the West is too stacked. It's not the Warriors. It's not that they won't be a good team when they come back. I think they're just going to have too much ground to make up.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think.
I think, dude, they're not. Steph won't come back until the All-Star break.
I know, and I think after the All-Star break, they're going to go on a tear.
I just think that's a lot of ground to gain. I just think I think if somebody's going to do it, it will probably be Steph.
This isn't a team. This is a conference. They're a division.
But if in my opinion of it, who's the greatest player in the league right now?
Right now?
Right. Ew.
Kawhi. It's Kawhi.
Damn, that's really actually
okay.
not
I was
as easy
really
as
going
it was
for the.
episode
I was
1.
really going for the easy LeBron right now.
It is LeBron right now.
LeBron.
It's Kawhi right
LeBron.
now.
Okay. LeBron is the best player of our generation, right?
Kawhi's shooting 35% right now.
Right. Cool. LeBron is pretty much the best player of our generation, and he couldn't bring back the Lakers last year. I don't know if Steph can bring back the Warriors this year.
That's actually a really reasonable take because
it's not. So you're going to say that LeBron can't bring back the Lakers with a team that had Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, KCP, and JaVale McGee?
Brandon Ingram, but not the same Brandon Ingram we're seeing right now who's balling the fuck out.
Right.
Brandon Ingram is a treat to watch play.
If you're going to try and compare the two, there is no comparison because you have elite tier talent with Draymond. You have elite tier talent
out.
You also had shit-ass Luke Walton as the coach last year.
Here pretty soon.
Sure, I'm just saying, but he's out right now.
Sure.
That's 3 weeks of basketball. That's what? 6 games? 7
at
games?
Least, yeah. At least.
7 games.
I'm telling you, the hardest thing
you have Steph out. Do you think Draymond's going to be enough for them to win more games than they'll lose in the next couple weeks?
I think...
Until Steph is back?
I think that once Draymond gets back, I think that we're going to be able to see something that we were not completely expecting at all. Right?
We're going to see what Draymond's worth.
Hold on. And that's what I mean by that. Is that we expected to see, can Steph carry this team without Clay? Now that Steph is injured, now we're going to see how valuable actually like Draymond is.
We're about to see how much the next team he leaves for pays
and
him.
That's what my question is. Do you think Draymond and D'Angelo Russell are enough to win more games than they lose in the next 3 months?
You're way higher on D'Lo than I am. I am not a fan of him.
Russell is good.
I'm
telling you, Russell's good.
I think D'Angelo Russell is good, but I don't think those two are enough to win more games than they will lose before Steph gets back.
I think they can go 500 with those two.
And then I think that's their best bet. Is 500.
I can't wait.
And then you
have
to have Steph come back and Steph perform the way that he did, and get his shooting hand back.
I'm not worried about
do everything for him.
Remember though, 500 in the West ain't shit. You've got this is the same conference.
They just have to tread water right now,
dude. But
that's my argument. You're saying 500 in the West at the end of the season.
Remember,
my thing is like they just have to tread water until Steph gets back.
So they have to tread water while playing in the same division as the Lakers, the Clippers, the Suns, who they are not anywhere near as good of a team right now. They weren't with Steph. They were a worse team with Steph. The problem is what they played like with Steph. With him, it's not Steph. It was never Steph. Sure, his shooting percentage was bad. He had to fill his game out before he broke his hand.
Right.
D'Angelo Russell makes Steph's defense look so much worse than it is. D'Lo is a awful defender. Awful.
He's not awful. So okay. I understand your take on that. I get your take on that based on what you've seen.
Right.
Here's my take on it. With the defensive side of the ball, anytime there's new acquisitions, and I've been telling Joe
it takes a while to fit the scheme. Sure, yeah.
And it takes a while to get that synergy going. I think it's going to be very, very difficult, and I think the one thing that will be difficult for the Warriors at this point is the fact that you do not have these players in there.
Sure.
So you're going to get a new synergy with the replacements, with the bench guys. In my opinion, the defense is going to be fine based on their bench players. Will they get blown out a lot? Yeah, they're going to get blown out a lot. They will.
Yeah.
There will be some games where it's going to be like the Mavs of last year, where you see they will get blown out.
Right.
But they will also win some because of the talent that is on that team. D'Angelo Russell is a damn good talent. When you get Draymond back, you have those two pieces, they'll be fine. That is my argument. I think they can. I think they can play 500 ball with those two guys going into the All-Star break.
Mm-hmm.
I think what their goal going into the All-Star break should be 500 at the base, a little bit above, a couple games above. Tell me this: if the Warriors are a couple of games above 500 at the All-Star break, they have a chance at making the playoffs.
Yeah, no,
Hands down.
for sure they
Hands
do.
down.
However, they're 1-5 right now.
Right.
They're 1-5, and they are they beat the Pelicans. That's who they beat.
Right.
I just don't see it, man. And I think that if you're Steve Kerr, why do I keep saying Steph Kerr? I want them to be one person. A weird looking image in my head. If you're
Steph
Steve
with, like,
Kerr,
blonde hair.
if you're Steve Kerr, and if you're the GM, I don't want to be good this year. Tank. You tank. Get into the lottery. I think.
Wait until all your guys are healthy.
Now I don't know what their pick situation is. Like I read on Twitter, this is probably wrong. Follow us at Hoop Their Pod on Twitter, by the way.
Yes, please. And subscribe to us.
Yes.
YouTube.
I think that if you can tank, right? They've made some trade somewhere.
Sure.
What is that situation like? Is it protected if you tank? Is it protected where you get to keep it?
Well,
if you're bad?
it depends on the pick they have.
Right.
Like,
but if they're in a top 10 pick, man, a top 10 pick, adding that to Steph, Clay, Draymond, you're right back to where you were last year.
No,
you're right back.
I'm not going to argue.
You also
with
have
you
a
on
lot
that.
of free agent money. This team lost Steve Livingston. They lost Andre Iguodala. Sean Livingston. God, I'm off with names.
You're good.
Sean Livingston. And you also lost Iguodala. Now you have no Steph. I just don't see it working. And it's not. I don't know. I just don't see it working. I just don't.
That's fair.
Who's the team we're talking about on Team of the Week?
Team of the Week. I hit the wheel about 85 hours ago.
Golden State Warriors.
Charlotte Hornets.
Brooklyn Nets.
Oh,
Ooh,
fuck yes.
Nice.
The Brooklyn Nets.
Suck.
They are not what we expected them to be so far.
You ready for this?
Yes.
They're exactly what a team led by Kyrie Irving should look like. They are the Cavs when Kyrie Irving was drafted before LeBron.
Yep.
Kyrie only cares about
that.
Kyrie. He doesn't care about winning. He cares about his stats, padding them, looking good, making that money.
Damn.
I've got nothing
Anthony
else.
coming in with the truth.
Nothing else to
That's
say.
coming in with the truth.
Kyrie is a fantastic basketball player.
Fuck.
He's one of those razzle dazzle hop skittle me do or whatever it is.
Shut up.
Kyrie is fantastic, but there's such a huge difference between the way Kyrie plays basketball, doing the things he does, and I'll say it, Steph Curry and what he did. Steph Curry plays that way, takes shots to win. Kyrie takes shots to look good, to get that money, to get that contract.
So you're saying Kyrie
What
is
up,
a
Brooklyn?
selfish Steph?
Kyrie, we've known this for years.
No, I'm just saying, like, I've never thought
Why
of it
did he
that
leave
I've
LeBron?
I've never thought of it that way. It's a cool concept. I like that idea that Kyrie is just the selfish, like, bad alter ego of Steph.
So let's go.
Ooh,
let's
I
go
like
through.
the alter ego.
Let's go through the games that they played so far. They opened the season up against the Timberwolves, lost
More
by
water.
1 in OT.
More water?
Lost by 1 in OT against the Timberwolves.
I'm not drinking water tonight.
They beat the Knicks by 4.
They beat the Knicks by 4. Oh, that's right.
They beat the Knicks by 4.
Jesus Christ, you suck.
They lost. Hold on, because they might not suck as bad as we think they do. They lost to the Grizzlies in OT by 1 point. So that's their second loss in OT by 1 point. They got beat by the Pacers by 10 on Wednesday the 30th last month. They beat the Rockets 123 to 116. They beat up on the Rockets who are clearly slumping right now. That's fine.
Right.
They beat the Rockets.
I think their biggest loss right now is against the Pistons.
Yeah.
113 to 109.
Sorry about the water can noise.
So my thing is that the Nets. Okay,
Pistons are 3 and 4, by the way.
Hold on. Let's not overreact to the Nets right now.
Wait, who's 3 and 4?
Pistons. They'd be the 8th seed today.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's not overreact to the Nets right now, because based on the games that they've played so far, you have 2 games that could have slid either way.
Sure.
2 games that went to OT, they lost by 1 point. So if they win both of those games, then all of a sudden we're sitting here saying, oh, the Nets actually aren't bad. Do you have a point in the terms of the Kyrie-led team? Yes, you do. Mm-hmm. You 100% do. But we also have to remember that DeAndre Jordan is on that team still. And as much as we as Mav fans loved to hate him for a while,
sure,
we all know his skills.
He's a fantastic basketball player.
Wonderful.
One of the better centers
incredible
we've seen in a long
passer,
time.
incredible passer, going to get your rebounds, like going to set hard picks.
Also, we can't be mad about not having DeAndre Jordan.
Also,
we traded him.
Also.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the Nets are winning right now.
The Nets are right now while we are recording, the Nets are winning against the Pelicans, 89-75.
I got 78 on my Bleacher Report app, but yeah, they're winning right now.
You're more updated.
Here's the thing.
Semantics.
Kyrie, whenever we saw Kyrie, his first 3 years he played in Cleveland without LeBron, 3 or 4 years.
I
might have been 2. It was 2. It was early on, and he was phenomenal. Right, the Cavs were bad, but they're supposed to be bad. They got 2 first-round picks in a row.
Yep.
We saw Kyrie
wasted them.
Right, Kyrie was fantastic. Tristan Thompson was great.
Mm-hmm.
We enjoyed that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, LeBron comes in. Kyrie's a great player. Kyrie's fantastic. He's looking really good. Who doesn't look good when they play with LeBron?
Sure. Mo Williams looked good when he played with LeBron.
I still like me some Mo Williams. Mo Williams played for us.
Kyrie is going to...
And he did well.
Kyrie's going to put asses in seats.
We were bad.
Kyrie's role this year, as much as I just hated on him, his role this year is not to get the Nets to the playoffs. It's to get asses in seats and to get people to believe how good they will be when Kevin Durant's back.
I don't believe that.
Go on. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
The entire reason why that you have DeAndre and Kyrie is to get to the playoffs this year. Are you going to wait until KD gets there? That's for the championship. That's for the finals.
So you're saying they need to get the playoff experience together?
You have KD and DeAndre for the playoffs. You're in the East.
Sure.
I think when KD was announced to be out for the season, that the Nets accepted the fact that they were probably going to make the playoffs but not win.
That's my point, though.
I think
you are there to make the playoffs.
You're there to make the playoffs because you have Kyrie, you have DeAndre Jordan, and let's not count out Taurean Prince.
Exactly.
Taurean Prince is a really solid player.
He is.
Damn right.
But he's not your game changer.
Baylor, sick him. Yeah. Whatever. But no, he's not a game changer, but he's a fucking solid player.
He's a damn good role player.
He's the best player to come out of Baylor.
He's a perfect
time, and he's always been a solid player for the Hawks. He was a sixth man or fifth man?
He was a sixth man.
He was sixth man first year, and then he was like.
And then he was started for the next 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And now, not 3 years, 2 years. And now he's with the Nets on a traded to the Nets or
last year he was traded to the Nets, and now they re-signed him.
I couldn't tell if
they re-signed him to a big money deal.
But yeah, they signed him to a big money deal because Taurean Prince is a good player. He's a good rebounder. He's got a decent shot.
He's the guy you want to replace KD when KD has to rest.
He's an incredibly solid role player.
Sure.
And especially when KD comes back, you have those two feeding off each other. It's going to be great. But for now, you've got those three players that are going to get you to the playoffs.
Right.
And I still think they will get to the playoffs. I think it's just going to take some time to find some rhythm. But they'll get to the playoffs, they'll lose first round, and then KD will come back next year and they'll be a fucking threat.
Also, let us not forget about Jared Allen.
Jared
Allen is a beast.
The Nets have some really nice players. You've also got Spencer Dinwiddie, and you can't forget about him.
Right.
He's very talented. He's not a starter on that team. He never will be.
To be fair, you can because I did.
To be fair.
I can forget about him because I did.
I'll be honest, the only reason I know Spencer Dinwiddie is from playing NBA 2K and realizing he's like an 85 overall. And
nothing wrong with that.
That's a very solid point of research. Good job.
Thank you.
High five.
They have what? Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh, no.
Oh! Ouch.
That basically brings you down to no high five. TJ's at 2. So
without Kevin Durant, this team has Kyrie Irving, DeAndre Jordan, Taurean Prince, Joe Harris, Wilson Chandler, whatever, Theo Pinson, and a bunch of other names I've never heard of. I'm not discounting Kyrie's skills. Kyrie is one of the most exciting players to watch. He's hit big shots. He can absolutely be a winner. I just don't think he's a winner by himself. I don't think he's the superstar.
He doesn't have the ability to do that.
Was the Celtics better without him last year? Is that a thing?
Yes, but here, okay.
He's just very ball dominant.
You know what? Let's to bring back your point. Let's look at the Nets and the way that they're built right now, and then let's compare them to the Cavs team that you were just talking about, whenever Kyrie was there with Tristan Thompson.
Sure.
You have another situation where Kyrie's with another big man. Okay?
Yeah.
We're seeing the same thing, copy, paste, and repeat.
Right.
What is going to happen when KD gets there is that the team is going to change, and we all know this. We all know this. The team is going to change, and they're going to be an elite team in the East. However, my thing is that they will make the playoffs this year. The Nets will make the playoffs this year.
It is the East.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's not what you said.
Well, no. you were saying, yeah.
No, I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but
I don't think there's a world where they don't make the playoffs. Tell me who's going to make the playoffs.
If you believe in an infinite amount of universe.
I mean, if we're looking at the teams right now, as of this very moment, if we're looking at the teams that are the top 8 teams right now, 76ers,
yeah, duh.
Heat, Celtics, Bucks. Those are your top 4. Okay. Bucks are the 4 seed, by the way, which is wild.
Yeah.
Raptors.
Who's the third one? I'm just curious.
Celtics.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Celtics are
the Hornets. We know that's not going to last.
No.
Pacers, probably.
What if it
unless
did?
Oladipo gets traded, which is the thing. The Pistons, which we all thought the Pistons would be playoff teams.
Wait, what are you hearing rumors that Oladipo is going to get traded from the Pistons?
Someone just kind of mentioned it.
No, there's no way they're trading him.
They shouldn't trade him.
There's no way.
Hawks are above them. Magic, Cavs, no way. Nets, that's it. I mean, the teams below the Nets are Bulls, Wizards, Knicks, no way.
I'm telling you, the Nets are going to make the playoffs.
Y'all think John Wall's going to stay with the Wizards?
No.
Yeah, he has to. He's out for the year. And he's
out for the year? How did I fucking miss that? Oh my God.
You never come back the same from Achilles.
That's not true. We've had this conversation.
Who came back? Kobe had to retire because of it.
Well, he was old.
No, they did the study after Kobe. And what they found, and this is a big point on Durant's part of coming back, it depends on which foot. If it's your breakaway foot,
yes.
So when you're in stance as a player, you either go left-handed or right-handed. That means if you're left-handed, your right foot is your breakaway foot. That's the foot that's all your explosion. That's your power to move. That's your ability to go and blow from where you're at to keep going forwards.
Yeah.
That's your explosive foot.
Okay.
If you tear that one, you do not come back the same, i.e. Kobe. If you blow the other one, which is your stance foot, you come back better.
Huh.
And that's why the
other foot gets stronger.
The other foot is not, because that's not the one you're putting your weight on. When you think about it in stance, you have the ball here, you're about to explode off your back foot. That's where all of your power and your pressure is coming from. This one is just for balance. So...
This is why you're on the podcast.
And that's the big thing with KD.
Joe, did your dad teach you that?
No.
This will be the clip I use to advertise the pod this week.
That's the big thing that had the conversation a couple weeks after KD got injured was they were wondering if he's going to be able to come back the same.
Right.
The reason that they believe that he is going to be able to, it was not his explosive foot.
Interesting.
It was the opposite foot.
Yeah.
So they believe that KD will be able to come back the same because this foot still gets the most
if not stronger.
Yeah.
I've learned something from Joe today,
it's not that you will necessarily come back stronger, but you'll be able to recoup and be able to be
sure.
You'll at least be able to come back to par.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, and that's the big take about KD coming back. Is you should be fine. That's a big question about Clay.
Yeah.
I don't remember which foot Clay got injured on.
I don't either. I don't remember at all. I never knew.
Clay is right-handed.
I mean, I know
Clay didn't tear an Achilles.
No, he tore his ACL.
He did. Right, he tore an ACL.
Yeah,
that's
which is still devastating. But
it's still bad, but you can come back easier.
It's not like running back in the NFL.
It is not a Achilles tear.
Yeah,
an ACL is not an Achilles.
No, it's not even close to the same.
Right.
Yeah. Nets make the playoffs. Yes.
Yes.
I'm going no. I do think they're going to be phenomenal when KD's back.
Wow, this is a weird thing. Me and TJ are agreeing more than.
Do you want to do a water bet?
You and Anthony are agreeing.
Go on.
You want to do a water bet?
What is the bet?
So the bet is a water bet of if we win, we get to splash water in your face, a full cup, and throw it right in your face.
I like slap bets better.
No.
If you win,
you don't want me to slap you in the face.
You get to splash water in our face.
Hold on. Let's do it a slap bet.
No, I could be teaching at that time. I don't want to get slapped in the face and then go teach children.
Think of the ratings.
You could wait. We'll do a slap bet if you're willing to wait until school's out. to capitalize on your slap. You just have to
School
wait till...
will be out by the time the playoffs are done.
All right, we'll do slap bet.
I was trying to do waterbed.
Well, you're on a slap bet now.
I feel that confident that they won't make the playoffs.
Cool.
Wow.
So,
Really?
if
I'm just not a believer in Kyrie by
viewers,
himself.
and we will video this and put this up.
Oh, for sure. It'll be on YouTube.
Yeah.
If the Brooklyn Nets make the playoffs, TJ and myself get to slap Anthony in the face.
I'm probably going to slap him on the ass.
If what else is new? If the Nets do not make the playoffs, Anthony gets to slap both of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm going to let my wife with her mom strength slap you.
Oh,
that's not the same.
That is not the same.
That is
not the same. That is
no,
not the same.
sir.
No.
She doesn't even watch the podcast.
You can't even tag her in. That's not fair.
All right,
you can't tag her in.
Can the baby slap you?
Cool. If your wife gets to slap me, if we win, I'm getting Ike to slap you.
No, never mind. I'll slap you guys. Ike has a big fucking hand. No,
Ike's hand is as big as your head.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Hold on,
Okay,
I'm curious. Bring your head this way.
Oh, yours is too.
All right.
This is
All
gonna
right,
be
so we're on from the
awesome.
Nets. Let's get our last two segments out of the way. Joe, who's hot, who's not?
Joe, who's hot and who's not?
Not hot. The Rockets. Rockets are not hot. We've talked about it. James Harden hit him safe in the face with a fucking ball.
Yes.
Idiot. Russell Westbrook playing pretty well, but
Not bad.
Rockets, they're not doing well. They got blown out by 46 points in one quarter.
Okay.
They scored 46 points in one quarter. I'm going to say it one more time. They scored 46 points in one fucking quarter. I can't be more astounded. How? How do you let that happen? And how do you only score 16 points
How do you let
in
that
quarter?
happen as a healthy team? Yeah, it's weird.
Like, you were toted to, win last year.
Mm-hmm.
People thought you were going to win the past couple years, and that happens against the Miami Heat, which we talked about. Miami Heat are hot. How the fuck do you let that happen, though?
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit. You suck. You suck. You suck, Houston. You suck, James Harden. You'll never see this, but you suck. I'm ranting a little too much about that. Sorry. Passionate.
Yeah, do you feel as passionately about who's hot? You're going to say
Nah.
Luka again.
No, I'm not going to say the Mavs this time. I still believe it, but that's what I said last week. Suns. Suns are hot. Unexpectedly hot. They're doing well. They're actually, no, I'm going to take that back. Timberwolves. I had planned out that I was going to say the Timberwolves.
Go on.
They're 4-1.
What? I didn't know they were that good.
They're number 2 in the West.
Huh. Andrew Wiggins, baby.
Dude, yeah, fucking guess Andrew Wiggins. I don't know what's happening over there, but they're 4-1. And they're doing all right.
I actually was not aware
That's
of that.
without Cat.
Yeah.
They're the two. Wow. They're second just to the Lakers.
And I've not watched a fucking Timberwolves game except for the
No
ending
one
of their...
has, 'cause they're not on TV.
I watched the end of their Nets game.
Huh.
That's all I've seen from them was their opening game. But they're 4-1 and they're doing well right now. Like, cool. Go Timberwolves. Tight.
Nice.
Good job. You're hot. You're my hot team of the week.
Nice. If I were to add someone that was hot, I would say LeBron James. It's nice to see him return back to form.
That was a good one. That was but I can't. It's not that LeBron James wasn't hot before, though.
Oh, yes, it was. Last year compared to what he's playing like right now?
Oh. Hold on. All you LeBron James fans told me that he should still be the MVP because he was putting up fucking record-breaking numbers despite only playing like half a season. So if you're going to tell me that he was not hot last year when other LeBron James fans are going to tell me that he was fucking still breaking records and doing incredible, go fuck yourself. Like, that's stupid.
Also, interesting stat. Luka and LeBron, since they've played each other, both of them have 2 triple-doubles in a row.
Tight. That's a fun stat. It's
I'm
a
telling
fun
you,
fact.
Luka woke in that beast.
Anthony's Fun Facts. That's our new segment.
Hey, that's fun.
Nice.
And it's
fun.
facts.
Speaking of fun, TJ, I don't know what you do, but do it.
TJ's time out.
I didn't get my fucking intro. It's fine.
Yeah, he said, who's hot?
I
Who's
just
not?
wasn't listening. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right.
You know who wasn't
I
hot?
was
The Astros
ranting
in Game 7.
so... Yeah! What? Who are the Astros?
I said
What
you-
is that?
Sorry, baseball.
What's
So
baseball?
my timeout was used to roast James Harden last week. Well, guess what? I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Josh Hart, you're a godsend. You're a beautiful man. And thank God that you were actually roasting James Harden. Josh Hart, in case you didn't know, was the individual who, when James Harden threw the basketball and slammed himself in the face, kind of looked back over his shoulder and said, "What the fuck?" Now Josh Hart decides to throw the basketball in his own face constantly.
That's got to be minor brain damage at least.
He does it very soft.
He does it very softly.
He goes like this.
Also, he plays for the Pelicans. That's the best.
Oh, brain damage for sure.
Yeah. That is the most entertaining thing that we can find from the Pelicans so far right now.
There's nothing
Lonzo
like
Ball's passing has been fun to watch.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
Arguably entertainment. That's all I have to say.
Josh Hart, you're a good man. Continue to do what you do. Also, KCP, you still suck. Jesus, you need to go back down.
No one's more effective than KCP when the team is up by 10 or down by 20. Boom roasted.
Boom roasted. It's Anthony's timeout. He overtook me, and I'm totally fine with that. That's the end of my segment.
Guys, that is the end of this week's podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you watch
to water.
If you watch,
cheers, boys. Cheers, me, TJ.
Thank you. Wowzers. Wowzers. Am I 70?
Yep.
Wow.
Old fucking man.
Anyway, guys, if you're watching on video, please make sure to hit subscribe, hit
Please.
like, comment. Let
Please,
us know.
seriously, we are trying to get to what is the subscriber count we're trying to get to? 100?
Let's try to get to 20 by the end of the year.
20?
20 is a good number.
Okay.
Yeah. We should probably ask our friends to subscribe.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Wow. That's why you're playing the show you're playing this weekend. Anyway, guys, if you could, give me a 5-star slam dunk rating and review. That would be awesome. Give our podcast, rather.
You
all
take
of
that
us.
back. You're coming to the show and you know it.
Whether I come or not.
That's what she said.
You did once, and then we only have proof of that.
Guys,
He's going to be a dad.
For TJ, for Joe, I'm Anthony.
That's
this is
3
There
for
It
you
Is.
and none for you.
You give me one. We'll see you next week, guys.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Wait,
Thank you for
y'all
tuning in.
Sing something on the way out.
Bye.
Bye.
No, keep singing.
Bye.
No.
Bye.